Good morning, everyone, and welcome to our Heavenly Parent Holy Community Oceania Hundoke with Reverend Yutaka Yamada, today being Friday the 13th of August or the 6th of July in the 9th year of childhood. So let's offer a bow to our Heavenly Parents and True Parents. Chariot, Chombe, Haro. And let's recite our family pledge, both in Korean and English. Thank you.
가전맨세 7. 전일국 주인 우리 가정은 참 사랑을 중심하고 본연의 혈통과 연결된 위하는 생활을 통하여 심존 문화 세계를 완성할 것을 맹세하나이다.
Family pledge number 7. Our family, the owner of Chongnambuk, pledges through living for the sake of others to perfect the world based on the culture of heart, which is rooted in the original lineage by centering on true love. And like to ask Daniel Meadows if you could offer the opening prayer, please. Are you there, Daniel? Can you open the opening prayer? No? You must have stepped aside. It's okay, I'll offer the opening prayer. Okay. Dear Heavenly Parents, we're grateful as always to come together in the morning to greet you, to be able to understand your heart and your desire, as we listen to your words through Reverend Yutaka, who always brings such vibrance and enthusiasm and stimulation and inspiration to your words that help to make it real to us. And so we want to be able to be a community that really practices and lives the principle on a daily basis. So we pray, Father, for your will to be done, that we can support our true mother wholeheartedly as we march towards the victory of 2027. So we ask that your presence can be here as we deepen our heart and deepen our commitment and deepen our determination to achieve our best and to achieve the victory that you've been longing for. The unification of North and South Korea is coming soon, and we want to see a unified Korea centered upon you, our Heavenly Parent, centered upon our true mother, so that we can really bring about a true transformation in the world, that the world of peace and happiness and harmony and love can really abound. So we ask that you can be here with us today as we come to listen to your word with an open heart, open mind, and the desire to really do our best. So thank you for your guidance, and we offer this in our collective names and in our names, John and Shizuadmi's Blessed Central Family. Arjun. Thank you, everyone. So let's give a warm welcome to Reverend Yutaka as he shares with us this morning. Thank you.
Good morning, brothers and sisters. Thank you for coming this morning from the K. Every moment we will put our attention and heart to our Heavenly Parents and True Parents. So now when we see our Sydney about the COVID cases, I heard it getting also serious, right? The lockdown was extended until November. And also I heard from even the children between 0 to 7 years old. So even small kids now are getting COVID, and even the baby because of from the mother. When baby were born, already COVID because of mother. So I think Sydney case continuously increasing. And also yesterday we had a meeting with another Asian Pacific leaders, even another country, Japan case also getting more serious, Korea also, and really Philippines lockdown again, and Malaysia, Indonesia. So any country now is getting more serious. So we could see many changing. So really we have to find how to live together with COVID, and really we wish to solve those matter quickly. So please everyone pray together for quick recovery and even also solution. So we under the COVID cases, but we will go with hope and really show the happiness to our heavenly parents and true parents. So let's create and let's begin new day. So today we will continue our reading of Mother's autobiography, Mother of Peace. So let's start. Yesterday we shared about the part of Mother's autobiography. She mentioned about the health and also as the mother, how she was looking for and how she concerned about the children in the world. Many children are suffering now, even different circumstances. So when we see our true mother's dream in the childhood time, mother shared her dream. Originally, mother dream was to become the nurse and to save the people, right? But when she met the true father and also received the holy wedding and became true mother, even true mother's dream is not directly doing as a nurse, but mother's heart is same as the mother, as the true mother, as the mother of peace, to embrace children, embrace the people of the world, and to love them and also concern them and invest them. So mother is doing as the true mother. And how much important about health issue. So mother is also talking about the health part. If you lose your possessions, you have lost little. If you lose your reputation, you have lost a lot. But if you lose your health, you have lost everything. That's why health matter. Each of us also same, and also our many people in the world. This health issue is also the big matter. COVID case is also one of this health issue. Even we have a lot of money, even we have a lot of good position, but if lose the health, what we can do? We cannot do anything. So how much this health is important. So let's continuously see our next part. Thus it was with great joy and satisfaction that Father Moon and I decided to realize the dream I had when I attended nursing school. We established an international hospital in Korea where all people can receive expert spiritual and physical care and feel a mother's touch. When we get sick, from the depths of our hearts, we yearn for our mother's warm touch. However, our mother is not always near us to provide a mother's touch. After receiving permission to build in 1999, we opened the Chonsim International Medical Center, now called the H.J. Magnolia International Medical Center in 2003. The dream which Trimada had carried for a long time, from the childhood time. I want to save the sickness children, and I want to embrace them. So this dream was realized. So have you visited to Champion Hospital before in this Champion? Yeah, maybe I think many of you, because this is already established from 1999. long time. So even Champion training center that place to parents invested the training center, and in the same time to parents establish the hospital. So because of this hospital, we could have the great facility, spiritual side. We could receive the many spiritual work in Champion Training Center, and physical side. Also, we could receive the many treatment because of the hospital. So this area, Champion area, now we could receive the great treatment spiritually and physically because both of them are connected. When we see our true parents' life, of course, true parents is living for liberation, our heavenly parents and true parents' heart, and liberation for all human beings, and even liberation of the history. But our true father and true father had many kind of dream, the liberation and establish God's kingdom, and also establish the ideal of God's plan. And in the same time, their true parents had a many kind of dream. Even they receive many kind of persecution or opposition, but finally fulfill each dream in each place and to develop and showing the way and showing the new vision. So we could find great investment and great achievement. So this dream and vision in our life is also power and also source. How about ourselves? What kind of vision and dream are we fulfilling now or realizing now in our dream, in our life? And those dreams are connected with God's dream or not. When we see our true mother's life and share her life course, we could find the happiness of true mother to live for the sake of others, save the people, save the life. And when true mother saw the people's happy, smiling face and happiness, true mother also felt again the happiness. So we could see through mother's sharing. True mother said, thus it was with great joy and satisfaction that Father Moon and I decided to realize the dream I had when I attended nursing school. So mother continuously go forward to love and embrace and live for the sake of the people in the world. In overlooks Cheonpyeong Lake, where the waters are clear and the mountains are beautiful. Through the medical center, the medical center is not a typical hospital. Beyond providing excellent standard treatments, we focus on the true meaning of health. Health does not simply mean having a sturdy body. An original human being has mind and body united in harmony. Thus, unification medical science is based on the principle of truth and the spirit of love. The H.J. Magnolia International Medical Center is the first facility to develop and implement this new model. Doctors and nurses from various nations take care of patients with a motherly heart in the midst of beautiful natural surroundings, which are heaven's gift. When we go to Champion Place, we could see the beautiful environment. There are many beautiful lakes and also the mountain and air and atmosphere. They are really so much beautiful. So patient, when they go to this place, the patients are getting, they receive the many beautiful great treatment with environment. Eastern medical treatment and also Western medical treatment, they could receive together in Champion. And also spiritual treatment, physical treatment, also they could receive together. And also there is treatment for mind and body unity. How much great place. You could see these all things are there. So based on the spirit of truth and love. True parents really try to show the model to the world. Each person have a vision. Each of us also have a dream and vision in any way, any kind of field. And even this scientific and even this kind of medical way, maybe some of you are also doctor, some of you are nurse. You have also some kind of vision and idea. I want to have this kind of a best treatment to my patient, my job, my environment. And if we could find this kind of environment to our patient, how much patient will be getting cure and patient can have a peaceful heart. We have those kind of vision and idea, but sometimes because of environment, we could not realize, we could not establish, or we could not create because of many kind of limitation. But how about true parents? Once true parents imagine those environment, those facility is best for patient. Once true parents had the vision, even any kind of environment, they invest and fulfill that. Who can imagine that? Eastern and Western medicine together. Maybe this level we could imagine, but not only East and West, also physical and spiritual, mind and body treatment, and also best environment for the patient and peoples. True parents have a many kind of vision, and finally they invest and fulfill that. So this vision is actually vision to establish ideal kingdom of heaven, and vision is also the establishment of original nation of God, and vision to save and give the salvation to all over the world. So we are doing our best in each field, but those effort is also helping to fulfill God's dream together. And through investment, also those investment become the God's happiness. So we are also can learn through our true parents' investment and realization. So really, we could see many investment there. They are answering a question that has been neglected until now. Does faith in God truly enhance our heart, our health? So what do you think? Does faith in God truly enhance our health? Mother is asking us, have you ever thought about this question? We are living together with God. We are believing our heavenly parents and true parents, but our faith in God truly enhance our health. Mother said, the answer to this question is not difficult. For good health, the harmony of our mind and body is an important agent of healing, and faith is what allows us to realize that harmony. The H.J. Magnolia International Medical Center not only uses state-of-the-art medical techniques, but it is also the first full-scale hospital to integrate spiritual healings in the prevention and treatment of diseases. Behind this are my prayers for the physical and spiritual salvation of all people, so that none may be orphans. So Mother is asking those questions and also explain detail. In order to be healthy body, the harmony between mind and body is essential. And how we can fulfill the harmony between mind and body? Mother said, because of life of faith, because believe God, because to offer chanson and prayer, those internal attitude actually to create the harmony between mind and body, and also it bring the health to the body. So even there is the latest technique or skill or facility, but in the same time bring the spiritual healing together. So those wish and hope are stayed in that place. When you go to Champion, please also find the meaning behind of those hospital or those place. There is prayer are there. There is also hope are there. And we could feel many heart is there in the place. So when we visit there, we could feel and we could touch those our child parents' heart to save the all people in the world. So we are going through our life of faith in each place. And as Mother said, what is our final direction and really final our goal is to save, to give the salvation to all over the world. Dr. Young also many times emphasized about the total salvation, but this is our heavenly parents' wish and true parents' wish to do the total salvation in physically and even spiritually, how we will save them and how we will be the salvation of our physically and the spiritually. This is really our wish and heavenly parents wish together. In Oceania nation is also same, and our each nation is also same. How we can save those person physically, spiritually, and among this life, what kind of things can we do? What kind of part we can take responsible and take up play the role in the place is really important things. Through my body, through my effort, through our effort, ask God, please God, use our body, use our heart, please utilize to save the people. I am taking care of this field. I am taking care of this medical field. I am taking care about educational field. I'm taking care of our business field. Please God, use my body to save the people. Those prayer, through prayer, God will come down to use with us. I'm doing the owner of the restaurant. Please using my body, and I will cook the things with God's heart and God's wish. If people eat my food, please God, save them and let them feel God's heart. Even we are doing any kind of business, any kind of job, any kind of place, but together with God's heart to save the all human beings, all people in this nation and world, we can fulfill finally God's dream together with God's heart. That's why continuously we will offer our heart and transfer to our heavenly parents and true parents and create the new field in each place. We must take care of our health when we are healthy. Most of the time, we tend to ignore that simple fact. In our busy lives, we can easily forget to take care of our mind and body. God gave us the blessing to be fruitful. That means to have spiritual, psychological, and physical health. The mission of H.J. Magnolia International Medical Center is to enable people to achieve that joy. So Mother said we must take care of our health when we are healthy. How about that? How much we are taking care of our health, especially the healthy time. These things sounds easy to take care the body during healthy time. It sounds easy, but actually it's not easy, right? Take care on self, dominate myself, and dominate my time, dominate my mind is not simple things. There is a father's motto in when he was young time. Father said, before wishing to dominate the universe, you have to dominate yourself. So dominating yourself is how much difficult. Waking up early morning and control the food, control the time, control the heart. So mother said, mother tried to fulfill, and what meaning of the be fruitful? Mother said that means to have spiritual, psychological, physical health. So we should control these things. And true parents emphasize about Heavenly Tribal Messiah, home group, and also true parents holy Heavenly Parents Holy Community. What meaning this is this? This meaning is to support and love, to make a harmony together inside of our community, and to create beautiful ideal relationship between us artistically and also as the community. And those spiritual connection, artistic connection or love connection through parents wish us to expand this artistic connection to our brothers and sisters, our relative and our tribe and our nation and world. This is the vision and hope of our Heavenly Tribal Messiah home group, Heavenly Parents Holy Community, everything. Our essence is same. Please create those kind of artistic, beautiful relationship with your people, your family, your friend, and to create ideal nation together. That's why those happiness connection start from 3 person. How many people do you have? The person who can create artistic relationship. To whom? To who? How many people you can share your own heart, your suffering, your painfulness, your goodness or sadness, whom you can share those heart. That's why start from 3 person, start from Trinity. If we could have a Trinity among 3 person, we could share all things, good things, bad things, and sad things, happiness, to support each other, love each other, or embrace each other. This vision is inside of a Trinity or 3 family. Then once we create this relationship, we could expand to 12 families or 36 families, 430 families, even 1,000 families. We are living in this world. Looks like we have many friends. Looks like we have many kind of relationship with others. But when we see our real relationship, how many person do we have? How many connection, artistic connection do we have? This is really important things. That's why our community, we are doing together as the Heavenly Parents Holy Community. Really love together, share our heart. This is actually our happiness. This is actually our vision, and this is actually our hope. We wish to have those relationships among us. That's why when we have those relationships, then naturally our friend will come, our guest will come, and they feel happiness from our relationship. They feel also beautifulness and excitement and warm heart from us automatically. So through our relationship, through creating this community, we can develop our life and our right environment together. So Mother is talking about spiritual and the psychological and healthy, the body, physical health, but where we can find not only individual effort, we can also support together with environment, together with those relationships. So we could find and reflect ourselves again and again. Every year, a team from the HJ Magnolia International Medical Center, together with volunteers from various walks of life, offers medical services in Southeast Asia and Africa. In these countries, many people despair for lack of medical treatment, lack of medication, sometimes leads to amputation, blindness, or even the loss of life. So HJ Magnolia International Medical Center, they are organizing the many kind of medical project. So in Asian Pacific nation, they also went to Cambodia many times, also Myanmar. And in our Oceania area, we received many offer and also the project in PNG before. because of COVID cases, now they could not continue this project. But really in each nation, there are many kind of lackness of medical facility. Last time our Reverend Santos also shared about the Fiji cases. Now Fiji, COVID is getting serious and many people got COVID. But hospital, the medical environment are not ready, already full of patient. That's why how they can save them, even they cannot provide the checking of what is this checking of their oxygen level, this kind of kits. Even they need many kind of medical kits, but they could not receive those things. So there are many situations in the countries. Even small treatment they could not receive. That's why they lose their eyes and they lose their even the life. We could find those reality in current society now. So Mother said, my husband and I established the H.J. Magnolia Global Medical Foundation in the hope of relieving some of this suffering. Its purpose is to serve as a foundation for humankind, to achieve total health, to provide everything from voluntary medical services in impoverished areas to enlightenment as to the cause of diseases and the path of true health. So Mother is really wish to solve the world problem about health issue. So not only principle, not only educational part, in the physical side, also investing how to give the ideal treatment for health. So when we see our children parents' life cost and investment, we could find that. So those things, Mother, this time in this chapter, Mother is talking about the health and also the medical treatment, but the root is same. How we can find, how we can feel the pain of the people. People is suffering. People has facing the painful situation, but how many times and how much can we recognize those people's painful heart and people's suffering, and how much can we stay together with them and support them? Everything starts from just small effort, small concern, and also our love. We can start from our place from now on. So today we are sharing about Mother's autobiography, especially talking about health issue and also to take care the people's heart. Each moment there are many different situations, but each moment also there is God's will, God's hope, and God's plan. So from the beginning of the day, we will put and offer our Johnson and heart. Let's communicate with God and let's share our heart. Let's receive the God's message and let's create the beautiful, great moment. So today we will go forward. Let's offer the happiness and blessing to our heavenly parents and true parents. So thank you for joining today morning 훈독회. Let's have a great time. 감사합니다.
Thank you, Reverend Pataka, as always, for really helping us to have much better clarity and understanding in our true parents and what we need to do. And so I was caught up with the whole thing about harmony, and my mind was just thinking about all the different aspects of harmony, and harmony is about finding a balance. It's about understanding equilibrium. It's the pathway to unity between the spiritual and physical. Harmony involves that reciprocal complementary relationship. Harmony is based on the faith in God as as Mother said, does faith in God bring about good health? And the answer to that is obvious. It certainly does, because it's the whole reason that God created us is to find that harmony and balance with God, to have that positive mind, to actually be in tune with God. Think about the word harmony. Harmony is just not, also harmonics in music, something that sounds beautiful, stimulates us. Otherwise, it's just noise because it's out of balance. And the other thing that I realized about harmony, it's also being in control and having continual maintenance. You just don't reach a balance and then expect it to stay there. You have to keep maintaining it. There's different things affect. And so we have to make sure that we are always vigilant to ensure that. And it also involves, as Mother said, the principle of truth and the spirit of love. And truth and love in balance, in harmony, is the requirement to bring about good health. And how do you know when we achieve harmony? And Mother said, well, it produces joy. So if we feel good in our body, in our mind, in our psyche, then we have achieved health. And health, when we're looking at it, it's really centered on the first blessing. Because it's all about, Mother said that the original person has then a mind and body in harmony, and that's the pathway that we need to go. So when we have our mind and body in harmony, then we have achieved the first blessing. And then that's just, to me, the first blessing is not the end. There's also the second and third. So we've got to have, obviously, a healthy individual, and then that produces a healthy family, and that and allows for a healthy society. And so the focus is really finding that balance and keeping that balance, and that through that we our faith in God turns into a relationship of love and truth. So that was just some thoughts I had about harmony and how we have to maintain it and be in control to always make sure that we stay in balance. So just hopefully some of those thoughts stimulate you guys as well. So yes, Chris, go ahead.
Morning, guys. I'm going to go first because my comments are the dumbest. Okay. Yeah, and like I said, I say many times, very simple things inspire me. And thank you, John. That was incredible what you said. Really very inspiring. But I often, not too long ago, up until not too long ago, I would look through our books and think, there's hundreds of people who've got all these organisations around the world. How can I explain to people why this is different? And suddenly, like I said, not too long ago, this dawned on me, because the people doing the work are based not only on physical things, they're centered on the highest value system available today. That's what's different, and that's what we have to explain to people. Most people may have realized that, but I didn't realize it for many, many years. And then when you expand that, you go to things like, people may not want to hear this, but even organizations like the Red Cross have become, they've allowed some corruption to come into their organization because of the amounts of money that are being, transferred, changing hands. And they've found that all the things that have gone to countries haven't been distributed properly and been taken selfishly and all that. So, yeah, that simple point, to me, we can explain to people that what Mother's saying, the spiritual aspect of what we're doing in these organisations. Thank you.
Thank you, Chris. Yes, Jeff, go ahead.
Yes, anyway, as Mother was talking about International Medical Organization, when I went to Zambia, 1983, probably around that time, at the same time as I went to help set up this agricultural school, they set up a medical clinic. And we at that time had a team going around African countries, headed up by Dr. Takigawa. He was and his wife, Colette Takigawa. He later went to work in Ichin Hospital, but there was a group of them, nurses and so on, went to Central African Republic, I think West Africa. And when they came to Zambia, we were in the process of establishing a medical clinic. And so they settled there for many years. It was in a shanty compound where our place was. And so we had, people from the shanty compounds every day, hundreds of them coming for treatments of various kinds. He was a surgeon, and the wife, Colette, was a skin specialist, and their team. At one time, we went to up into the provinces, into the villages, hundreds and hundreds of kilometers up in the game parks, where people live in their thatched huts and villages and hunt, and so forth. And so I remember going with them, and we'd go into villages, and the head men would call, all the people, and they would all come, their women with their babies and everybody, and they'd all be lined up, and we gave them various tests to, some had particular issues. Some villages you went to, almost 100% of the people were full of worms, and all the kids had little swollen bellies. And so Dr. Takigawa had a microscope, and he was able to check, the stool and what was wrong with him. And my job was to go to the wells and check out the wells, because the water was off, and the animals running around would be, polluting, and feces would go down to the wells. So my job was to, help them organize, like putting a thing around the wells, all kinds of things we did anyway. So yeah, anyway, this was kind of a good experience that we had with the medical things in Zambia at that time. So much need, very simple things that people didn't understand why they were getting sick. When you've got a belly full of worms, you've always got diarrhea, and people didn't really know what was going on. So sometimes simple things can really change the health of people's lives that we were able to help them with. Yeah. Thank you.
Well, thank you. Yes, Candice, go ahead.
Hi. I'm just sort of like thinking about things, and I know that when people are not balanced, then they tend to eat things that are bad for you, and so this is the point about spiritual health. When we have spiritual health, we don't eat things that are bad for us. And this is the problem. So when you talk about, like, for instance, sugar and high carbs and things, when you're depressed, you tend to eat a lot more junk food. So it's good to say, that we have to improve our diet and our, health generally. But actually what stops us from doing that is our spiritual health. And so this harmony that we need is actually due, if we have spiritual health, then we are more likely to have physical health. And so, we have to concentrate on both, but we still have to be aware that there's a lot of junk food out there, processed food, that is bad for us. And if we don't take that on board, we're not spiritually enlightened. You see, this is what's happening. Like, when you say physical health, for instance, in Africa, where they don't have water and they don't have, proper food, it's actually because spiritually the environment is not being looked after by, say, you know, there's war or there's you know, misuse of power within the African continent. So the people are suffering, but it's also spiritual. So anyway, so what I'm saying is we need to balance both, but we have to be aware of the effect that processed food is having on us. And that's spiritual. If you're not aware of that, you need to wake up. That's what I'm saying. Anyway, thanks.
Thank you.
Okay.
Yes, Mr. Wright, go ahead. Yes, go ahead, Mr. Wright. Yes. Can you hear us? Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Candace, and good story. It's Jeffrey, Africa. Just one of memory. 2010, we invited Sierra Leone president couple to our blessing in Asan campus. Then after, father invited all of the guests to luncheon in Cheonjeong-gun, lunchtime. Then more than 200 guests. Then the after that the president had a new knee injury. That's why I booked at the Chongpyeong Hospital around maybe 2-3 o'clock, because luncheon will finish maybe 2 hours. Then foreign father started talk. Expected to 10 minutes or 20 minutes, but even at 2 o'clock, still father talk. 3 o'clock, father talk. Then
He's frozen again. I hope he comes back soon.
then 5 o'clock, then we booked like 5:30. Then finally the father stopped around 5:30, then rushed into. Then we said it's a receptionist. It's pretty sorry. Just could you wait until my father speak? She's soon finished. Then I think president went around 5:30, rushing to then had a new injury treatment. I don't know detail what they done, but he was very happy. And it was a lot of help from Dr. Kim, and Dr. Yon said, I never would bring lunch to my guests because father give a so long time stage, you know.
Has a nice smile.
His internet always trouble.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Let's see. Maybe not this time. Might not come back.
Still a bit time?
Yes, Rex, go ahead.
Anyway, good morning. So again, as listening, as we're going through Hundoku, I just realized how much the fall was very bad. We're talking about the health, okay? Like in the island nations in the past, they used to eat local food, but now the time going on, so even the children now, they're not interested in potato, banana, they're just interested in the noodle, rice, all this junk food. And also, I can see why all this, because it's such a problem of corruption. The leadership, they are too much corrupted that they will allow anything coming to in the island nations. Maybe Australia bit there's some restriction what to come in, but in the Solomon, anything can come here. And also, it's just they thought the money that is it's so easy, and you don't need to take time. Noodle just only 1 minute, hot water you can just eat. But the health is affecting many health. You go to the hospital, the diabetics is so huge every day. The heart attack every day, 1 or 2 cases of a heart attack every day or every second day. So now people that are enjoying, the Christians, they don't think about all this. Let's say we don't think about this. But when we can listen to Truma, they have to take of our health. That's the first blessing. The concept of the first blessing, the Christianity, basically there's no first blessing. They go to the second blessing, which is multiply. And then the third blessing say, okay, it's okay. Whatever happened, that's okay. So that's a problem in the island nations. People, grassroots, they cannot do anything. They don't have any power. Whatever coming is just the leadership. They allow the leadership. They can be concerned about the people. They don't care because they can give them some money from let's say the Chinese, the business. They can give them money. They don't bother. People that knows we need the Ministry of Health always keep emphasizing eat local food. But in fact, just only talking, people don't care about that. So I can see that because of therefore this corruption became just a normal life. My father said, when you go to the toilet, you yourself, you go to poo, you don't care. It's smelling because it's one of you. You are one with your poo, you don't care how it smells. The same when the people in here, they don't care about all this because they are one with the system. They're getting the money, they don't care. So that's the problem. So I can just realize through mothers what is truth. But the challenge is so huge, so big to all of us to really keep of our health. So that's what I want to comment. Thank you.
Thank you, Rex. Thank you. Mr. Ra, you want to, again, sorry about your internet.
It's okay. All right. That's it. Thank you.
Actually, it's we've come into the end of our time, and just to remind everyone about Reverend Yutaka's offer yesterday about someone who wants to give a testimony. So there's 2 ways of doing it. If you have something that you feel can actually take the bulk of the hundok, then just let us know. Or if you have something that you want extra time to explain, so instead of just a minute or so, you want 10 minutes, then just let us know, and we can make sure that everyone can share. But it needs to be something about your life of faith, a sincere testimony. So just to remind people, don't forget that. Actually, do it. And we can really inspire each other even more. So I'll just change the screen to be able to share our unison prayer together. Just 1 second. All right. Okay, let's pray together. Adieu, adieu, adieu. Thank you, everyone, and have a great day. And see you tomorrow.
See you later.
Take care.
Bye-bye.